Today on Northern Revolutions, I'm doing a vinyl community contest entry. This one's for Robert's On My Turntable. He's got a contest called Bands You Need to Listen to. So stay tuned. Hey, vinyl community. Welcome to Northern Revolutions. I'm Rob. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. As I mentioned in the intro, Robert's On My Turntable, fellow Canadian vinyl community channel, is doing a contest for no particular reason, which I think is great. His contest revolves around a series that he does called Bands You Need to Listen to. I've done a similar thing called You Gotta Hear This. I've done a couple episodes, not nearly as many as Robert. But I quite enjoy his series of bands you need to hear. So he wants us for his contest to talk about one band that we think the rest of the vinyl community needs to hear. We also need to subscribe to his channel, which I do. And we need to make a video, which I'm doing. So he wants us to show, what we have from that artist that we think everyone needs to listen to. This is right in my wheelhouse. Regular viewers know I'm a nut for Canadian music, and I show a lot of stuff that most people have never heard of. Not because I purposely like being obscure, that's not it at all. I'm just really, really a big fan of Canadian music, and unfortunately, it doesn't get heard often outside of our country. So, to that end, I am going to do a video about, I think, probably the best, I'm going to say it, the best Canadian musician out there right now. Yes, there's legendary bands like Blue Rodeo that I rave about all the time. But I think this particular musician is the best out there. I'm said before, I think he is an undiscovered national treasure. I honestly, sincerely mean that. The person I'm going to talk about is Adam Baldwin. Bit of background. Adam Baldwin is a singer-songwriter and a guitar player from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, which is out on the East Coast. He got his start around 2009 playing guitar for Matt Mays and his band El Torpedo, and is still a member of that band. I have seen Matt and Adam countless times. I've met Adam many times, and always the most wonderful, personable guy, always eager to just, chat. Great guy. In 2013, Adam put out his debut EP, which is self-titled. It's called Adam Baldwin. Originally came out on CD and then just came out on vinyl at the end of last year. It is a 6-track EP. It's very, very Bruce Springsteen. I mean, eerily so, but not in a bad way. It's not like, for example, Greta Van Fleet, that is a ripoff of Led Zeppelin. That's not it. He's paying homage to that sort of Springsteen sound, but he's still very much his own singer-songwriter. It's funny, I heard the story that his bandmates, when this came out, used to call him the supervisor because he's not quite the boss. Get it? Springsteen's the boss? Yeah. This is amazing. They're all originals, and they're all incredible. My favorite on here is a song called Bonnie Raitt. And actually, you can't see it. It's on the wall behind my head. I have the handwritten lyrics from Adam for that song that he signed for me, and it's framed. That's kind of cool. But if you like Bruce Springsteen, this is something that you will certainly enjoy. It's fantastic. In 2015, Adam put out his first full-length album. It's called No Telling When, precisely 1985. I mean, this is not a balls to the walls rock album. It's awesome. It it's got a lot of themes in it: change, turmoil, uncertainty, lack of progress. The title track, No Telling When, is, Adam imagining New York City in 1985 as it's sort of going through a renaissance from a, less than desirable place to, maybe what it is now. And the idea is that, no telling when, precisely 1985. Have things changed since 1985 is I guess, the question that Adam's asking throughout this album. The one song in here that I have to talk about, there's a song called Ratea. And I don't remember the full backstory, but it's about a young girl. I think she was in high school, and through, social pressures and bullying and whatever, she took her own life. Just a beautiful, moving song, while still a balls to the wall rock song. I saw Adam open for Alan Doyle at Center in the Square in Kitchener, and it was just him and an acoustic guitar on a stool in a theater full of 3,000 people. And it was the most incredible concert experience I've ever seen. He had that audience mesmerized, and he did an acoustic version of Ratea. And I will never forget that as long as I live. It was breathtaking. So his first full-length album, No Telling When. Adam followed that up in 2020 with another EP called No Rest for the Wicked. I didn't think it could get better than his previous two, but it did. This is a very dark EP. This is Adam sobering up and sort of going into isolation and being very introspective and coming to terms with, rock bottom and his abusive tendencies and what that would mean for his life and family and whatever. While it is a dark album, wow. Every song in here is incredible. Salvation is, maybe his best rock song. I don't even know if I could say that, but it's incredible. Everything. It's a very powerful electric rock album, but it's very dark. The next two albums were available digitally only. When the pandemic hit, and in Canada we went under lockdown for several months, Adam decided to do a YouTube broadcast from a pub in Dartmouth, and he called it the Cross Canada Chin Up. And the idea being, it was just him in an empty bar playing some songs live on YouTube to try and lift everybody's spirits. It was fantastic. It was raw, it was beautiful. It lifted people's spirits. While we were all isolated at home, there was a certain, spirit of togetherness, even though the togetherness was through the computer screen. It may sound corny, but that's what it was. It was so successful that Adam did it every Friday night. I think he did it like 25 times, and they're 2 hours each. I saved every one of them off YouTube. They're amazing. What Adam did from that is he pulled, half a dozen of the best songs and put out the EP, the Chin Up sessions. And they're just various live performances of songs from his career. They may be acoustic, they may be electric, they may be guitar, they may be piano, but it's just great to hear those alternate sort of live versions from those chin ups. And I love that we have that artifact, because what he hoped to accomplish with those chin-up series, he certainly did. He raised a lot of money for charity when he did it. A lot of the East Coast, like East Coast Mental Health and a bunch of other charities benefited from it. So, Adam, if you ever see this, mission accomplished, sir. Also from those chin-up sessions, he did another digital EP called Songs from the Parlor. And they were, songs that he had done throughout those, 25 or whatever chin-ups, but they were cover songs. So he did songs like Sheryl Crow's Strong Enough, Fleetwood Mac's Songbird, I Will Always Love You, Dancing in the Dark, that's just to name a few. While you might think I Will Always Love You puts an incredibly unique Adam Baldwin take on it, and it's fantastic. And the last one, Adam has a forthcoming album that actually comes out at the end of this month called Concertos and Serenades. It is from what I've heard, because I've heard several of those songs when he was doing them in their very raw form during the chin-ups, and the one single that's been released. It is a folkier look at sort of the dark, gritty side of life in Nova Scotia, which I'm quite looking forward to. Adam, aside from being a great rocker, he is an incredible storyteller, and these songs are stories. I mean, I think of the couple songs that he demoed, during the chin-ups, it's sort of get the sense that this album is going to be kind of a patchwork quilt of the tough life that is living in Eastern Canada. So I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I will show that record when it arrives. There you go, Robert. There's my artist that I think everyone should listen to. Adam Baldwin. If you like great electric guitar rock in the vein of, Springsteen or Tom Petty, if you like storytelling in the vein of sort of Neil Young, Adam Baldwin is amazing. I every time I get an opportunity to talk about him on my channel, I do. And I've been a music fan for 30 years, and I don't know any homegrown talent that I've been more excited about. So check out Adam Baldwin. That's everything for me. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the flip side.